Welcome, millionaires, billionaires, and future trillionaires. As always, I aim to bring truth, knowledge, and wisdom to assist you in your journey to crypto. So, guys, if you have been following the channel, and also if you are in the Telegram, guys, and for those that's not in the Telegram, I recommend joining the Telegram, guys. The Bull Run Telegram, the link is in the description below. This is where a wealth of information is shared so you stay ahead of the market and you stay ahead of what's going on in the market as well. So right now, guys, we're gonna take a look at Bitcoin charts in a few minutes, and I'm gonna give you guys an idea on what I think the market is going to do, short term and long term. But our main focus, guys, in the Telegram group is to um, amass and collect majority of the Bitcoins. And most of the time, guys, I am planning behind the scene quietly, because the big plan here, guys, is to collect majority of the Bitcoins, because we are expecting Bitcoin to drop below $1,000. So in the meantime, we plan to make millions and then use that millions as Bitcoin dropping to collect as many as possible, because everyone have no idea what is about to happen. I wouldn't say everyone, but most people. So the main focus is to buy meme coin, guys. Personally, for me, I don't buy anything other than meme coins unless it's Bitcoin, but I don't really buy Bitcoin yet. So it's only going to be at the bottom where I load up on Bitcoin, and majority of that profit will flow into our own coins that we are about to launch. So imagine when we collect, let's say, um, just 10% of the Bitcoin supply, which is very, very possible based on what's about to happen. So imagine if I just dump 1% into all projects. Imagine where they're going to be. So that's the long-term vision and that's the long-term goal. But I always, when I give these numbers, I'm always conservative. Most of the time, it can be a lot higher, because it's all about knowledge and information. If you have knowledge and information, this is how you make money in these markets, because you are aware of what's happening, you know what's going to happen, so you plan for what is about to happen. So you plan ahead. So that's what we've been doing. That's what I've been doing, guys. So even if you haven't seen me in the Telegram, guys, I am planning and I am doing things quietly behind the scene, guys, because wealth is collected quietly. So we are quietly going to amass majority of the Bitcoins. And then once we do that, that's when everyone is just going to flow into our community and start asking questions and doing interviews, because I can see the long-term vision. And this is why I stay focused. I stay focused, and I always tell you guys to stay focused. And majority of these meme coin guys, you are going to lose money if you don't know what you're doing. Even if you have very high experience, I would consider myself as having very high experience. Even sometimes I take some gambles and I lose. For example, the other day I bought a coin at point 0.0, I think it was like 30 cents. And as soon as I bought that coin dropped 7 zeros. So you could imagine if you just put $100 into a coin at 30 cents and it just added 7 zeros, that money just instantly disappear. So it's the same way the coin can go up the same way as well. But it's all about knowing what to buy, not just buying anything, because you will easily lose money, because most of these coins are pump and dumps, are rug pulls. So you have to understand what you are doing and you have to know what you are doing. So this is why I created the Telegram, to help and guide you guys um, to become millionaires and billionaires. And based on what's happening now, guys, uh, we are just days away from our launch, and we are days away from making millions, because Bitcoin is getting ready to rocket on the weekly time frame. So right now, we are consolidating on the daily time frame, just moving sideways. There's not much action going on, just a lot of manipulations. So we're not really concerned about short-term price or what is happening at on a short-term time frame, because price is just gonna go up and down, and consolidate. So until we see the big move happen, and once the big move happen, that's when these meme coins are going to go parabolic. So that's what we've been waiting for to launch at the right time. But short term, guys, we may even drop into the 770K, as I mentioned previously, or even the 80K, because anything can happen short term. But we're not really concerned about short term price, only long term price, because long term Bitcoin, I'm expecting Bitcoin to get into the 200K areas, 250K areas. We're going to get a nice pump up here. That's going to be the final push up before we get the nice crash of Bitcoin below $1,000. And during this nice pump, we're going to be launching our coins. And as we get near the top, we're going to be taking profits and getting ready for the biggest opportunity in our lifetime, which is catching Bitcoin. If you thought you missed Bitcoin, it's about to give you another opportunity again to collect as much as you possibly can. So just to give you guys a heads up, pretty much over 99% of people are about to get wiped out. They're about to get wrecked because of what's happening, because they don't have the knowledge of the market. They don't understand the market, because it's all about manipulations and psychology in the markets. The big banks, the big pockets, they're controlling the markets, guys. We are just riding the curtail of the market until we amass majority of the Bitcoin. Then we can control the market. So that's the plan, guys. So it's all about patience and waiting for the right opportunity. So that's why our success rate as a community is over 90%, is going to be over 90%, because it's all about knowledge. So I spent majority of my time learning the markets, understanding the markets, to be able to do this and amass majority of the Bitcoins. So that's the plan. So right now we're about to see, we may even see, like I said, we may see the final flash crash before we do the final pump. But at any moment, I'm expecting Bitcoin to just skyrocket into the 150K and then start heading toward 200K, because it's been consolidating for quite some time. So the longer it takes to consolidate, that means a lot of people are accumulating, buying. And once the market is consolidating, as kept mentioning previously, you're not gonna see any movement. People can buy as much as they can. They can't move the market, because the market is bound by universal law, by patterns, cycles. So once the market has completed its consolidation cycle, then we're going to see price reflects on the chart. And when it does, it moves very rapidly. By the time you see the charts, you're just going to see Bitcoin just move into price discovery, and it's going to happen very quickly. So that's why planning is key. So by the time the move starts, it's just going to happen too quickly. You're just going to miss any pump that you plan. So that's why we've been planning, guys, and we've been waiting patiently, because even if we had to wait just a little bit more, it's worth it, because at the end, we're going to have majority of the Bitcoin. Forget about BlackRock. BlackRock doesn't know anything about universal law. They don't. I'm pretty sure they don't. Maybe they can hire people to try to understand it, but it's all about experience. If you don't have experience of something, you have no idea about it. You have no knowledge or understanding of it. It's all, the first thing is about knowledge. Knowledge gives you experience, and then it gives you wisdom. So if you don't have any knowledge of something, you can't even get in the door. So once you have the knowledge, that's just half of it. You have to have the experience behind it. Then once you have the knowledge, you have the experience, and you have the wisdom, anything is possible, and you can just get to anywhere you want in life. So this is where personally I am right now. I know I have the knowledge, I have the experience. That's why I already foresaw what was going to happen in crypto. So I dedicated all of my time because I knew it was the only future, guys. So I dedicated most of my time to study the market, understand the market, know every details about the market, because this is where millions, billions, and even trillions are going to be made. And I make sure whenever I do something, whenever I put my attention on something, I am the best at it. So this is where we have arrived today, because I started the journey years ago and a lot of people fell off the wagon because they couldn't see the vision I saw. And they will, I mean, it's understandable. Not everyone is going to see your vision, which is understandable. But a lot of people, I've noticed that common sense is not common at all, guys. So that's why whenever someone um, uh, is given their opinion, I take it very, very lightly because they don't have the same experience I have. They don't have the same knowledge I have. So therefore, they cannot see what I see. So in the coming months, guys, we're going to see the market moves into, should be, we should start the move um, um, very shortly. I would say we should be days away from getting that massive move, because we're getting closer to um, March, April, and May. Those are the top of the market, guys. So the longer we take to pump, the faster we're going to get the pump, because it's all about cycles and patterns. So the cycle and pattern has to play out, and the longer it takes to consolidate, the faster the move will be up. And a lot of people are about to get wiped. And as I mentioned before, guys, now I truly understand what Warren Buffett said when he mentioned money flows from the impatient to the patient, guys. There's so much truth behind this. It's all about calculating your move, being patient, and the money's just gonna flow to you as you are uh, as you plan yourself for what is coming. So this is where we are now. Majority of the money from globally is going to flow into crypto, and guess where it's going to come? In our community. It's just going to flow into our hands because we've already planned for it. And it's all about planning. So as I kept mentioning, I give you guys the same analogy. We are about to get a massive rain. um, we're about to get a massive storm. So we have laid out many buckets out in the rain while everyone is just staying in their houses, um, uh, being afraid or just not knowing what to do or not knowing what is about to happen. But right now we just we're just collecting a lot of empty buckets and laying it out to collect as much rainwater as we possibly can. That's the analogy I can give you as far as this wealth transfer that is happening. We are laying a lot of webs, and we are planning. Once the money start flowing into the market, guys, it's just gonna flow into our hands, into the community. And guess what? Most of the majority of that money is gonna flow into our projects. And this is why I say uh, I recommend for you guys to join the Telegram. It's going to give you the opportunity, guys, to become very, very wealthy in this wealth transfer. So that's why I stay focused. I stay focused because at the end, once the dust settles, guys, the result will always speak for themselves. So that's why I don't even try to convince anyone of anything. I'm just trying to do what I plan to do and just continue to do what I uh, um, continue to do what I want. So even if someone tried to come in and try to, for lack of a better word, they try to convince you otherwise of what is in the market, I disregard the opinions of others because they don't have the knowledge. Most of them don't have the knowledge, they don't have the understanding, and most importantly, they don't have the experience. So therefore, they can't tell you anything other than what you know and what you've experienced. Experience is everything. So, like I said, guys, we're about to mass majority of the Bitcoins. So all of our projects, guys, is just gonna go straight to the top of the market. And that's when everyone is gonna start paying attention to us. So I'll see you guys in the Telegram. Peace.